Hello YouTube, this is Navis67 bringing you a Masked Rider, H Figuarts TheBee, or Sabi, or Zebi. He's got all kinds of names. Anyways, he's actually modeled after a wasp, is actually what it is. When he actually switches from his armor form into this, it's this change wasp. And in the Kamen Rider Kabuto Hyper Battle DVD, it says that he's the Hornet Rider, or the Wasp Rider. So anyways, there it is. Here he is. Once again, has watch as he falls. Awesome packaging. It's all black and white in the front, which makes the figure pop when he's in the case. Awesome figure posing from Bandai. Now, the reason why I did this figure's number one, there was a request for him. That was made a while ago, so you guys can kind of see how long sometimes it takes to find some things, or to make the money to get some of these things, especially when these guys are upwards of $40 a figure. But also, the reason why I chose to do this guy as well is also he kind of follows a theme here, because characters like Gadak, Kick Hopper, and Punch Hopper were all characters who appeared fairly late in the series. I think Gadak appeared right around episode 30-ish. That's not exactly correct. And then Kick Hopper and Punch Hopper both appeared far later in the series as well. But at one point, these three guys were all at one point the Bee Rider. Starting with the guy who's Kick Hopper here, Yaguruma. He was the Bee, and then Punch Hopper over there became the Bee, and then eventually Kagami, who is Gadak over here, became the Bee before they all settled into these guys who are kind of more considered the regular riders. At which point, no one was left to be the Bee. So yeah, me and my brother kind of give the Bee some funny nicknames I'm not going to go into on YouTube. But anyways, into the actual figure itself. Once again, it's the H Figuarts series, so I mean, articulation is amazing, and detail is awesome there, where you can finally see some of that. He's got the real bug-eye detail, but if you run your fingers, it's all smooth. It's layers of plastic to do that. He's got shoulder armor is on its own joint. He's got the double ball joint, where it's a ball joint in there and then a ball joint shoulder, so he has the full shoulder range. He's got, he's supposed to have two neck joints, and it's in there, but it doesn't really move, which isn't a big deal, because sometimes posing the neck is a little difficult with these guys. He's got double jointed elbows. He's got a jointed wrist that swivels, turns, goes in every direction. He has the double leg that I keep talking about there, where there's this swivel joint in there with a ball joint that's kind of cut to be a slant joint. Double jointed knees. He's got metal ankles, all the H Figuarts do, which is what allows him to actually, for the most part, stand really well. As you guys know, I kind of gush over this line, even though they're really not that popular. They're probably my least popular toy reviews, but these guys really are some of my favorite ones to do, which is why I keep doing them. And I love the Kamen Rider Kabuto series, so this is what we get. As for accessories, like everything, he comes with the splayed open hands. Those are the only two alternative hands he gets. And then his Zabi Zector, which is currently on his wrist, also comes in its weapon mode for his Rider Sting attack. And basically how we do that is you see the Zector here, you just pop it off. See, and it even looks like a little bee. And you attach the new one on, and there's his Rider Sting move, or what others will call Rider Punch. Which, I always like to pose him because I loved Yaguruma, so I always like to pose him kind of how Yaguruma always posed. It's kind of standing straight up and regal. And then, as usual, just switch out the hands. I'll pull them out, find the new one. Takes a little bit of working since this is a joint itself. So it takes a little bit to get the hands on. But they do eventually go on. They eventually go on. They eventually go on, and there, it's on. His shoulders do feel a little weird compared to the other ones. They kind of automatically just fall back like this, I think part of that's to make room though, since he has this shoulder armor right here. But yeah, the detail about this figures is where it all is. I mean, there, look, he's even got his 3 little dots for his red shoe system. All the grooves in there to simulate the show suit. Everything there. He's done this really nice metallic color, just like the rest of them. This works, and like I say, he's got the metal ankle. So really, if you can get his feet on the ground and lay flat, he's going to stand. And there he is. Like all the SH Figuarts, I gotta give the guy a 10 out of 10. He's just amazing and outstanding and just so awesome. If you're into Kamen Rider at all, these guys are definitely to pick up. Don't know if Bandai's going to bring other Kamen Rider series. They've only brought the Kamen Rider Ryuki, which is now Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, over. I'm hoping this would be a cool series to bring over, although I'm actually personally pulling for Den-O. I think that one would translate awesome into a series. Only because they don't have to change anything. They just have to change the actors. Keep everything the same, the storyline, everything, and it'll actually all be good. But, so anyways, this guy gets 10 out of 10. You're looking... This guy's actually generally one of the cheaper ones. You can actually probably find this guy for about 30 to 35 actually, with shipping. He actually runs fairly cheaper. Anyways, as usual guys, go check out Toy Dude 101. I think all my subscribers already subscribed to him, but I have his YouTube channel and his website are on my channel, so go check that out. And this is Navis67, and I'm signing out.